Hi everyone, my name's Tony Woolley, and welcome to our very first episode of Zero to Hero Skyrim Special Edition Mod Experience. This is an experience. It's not a tutorial. It's not me showing you how to do stuff. This is literally an experience for us to go from zero to hero for modding. This is going to be a new series I'll be dropping. This is for people who've been on my channel a long time, or anyone who just finds this interesting. It's basically me going from a vanilla playthrough where I just installed the game, right, for a data folder that hasn't even been touched, to a fully functional modded game where you can see a giant load order and how I organize it. So now, heads up, guys, part of this tutorial is going to be very boring. But it's going to show you, it's going to show you a few things. So one, it's going to show you how I set up my game, how I set up my modding stuff. It's going to show you how I build my load orders, the problems I'm going to run into, and the things I'm going to do to try to fix those conflicts. And guys, it is going to be a pain in the ass. So heads up, you're going to hear me get angry. You're going to hear me go, "Oh, this is annoying," or this is boring, and that's part of the experience. This is an experience. This is from zero to hero modding experience. This isn't going to be for everyone. This is for people who just kind of want to see somebody go from literally nothing back to a fully functional modded game with all the mods installed, all the tools installed, everything that you would use for your Skyrim Special Edition. This is going to show you. Now, I will be blurring out anything that involves nudity. I will be, so you don't have to worry about that. So this anybody can watch this. I'll try to watch my mouth and make sure I'm not swearing too much during these tutorials. Just basically because, in case, kids want to come on in here and they want to watch this experience. But this is our Zero to Hero guide. It's more of a Zero to Hero guide in a way. Experience that we can share together and go from there. Now, guys, before we get started, the first thing you would definitely want to do is make sure you have Skyrim Special Edition installed. The second thing I'm going to want you to do is actually, I created a games thing because I'm going to keep my my desktop organized for this. And in here, in my little games, I have a bunch of games that I play and I install myself. Skyrim Special Edition is one of them, so I added here. What I do is I usually do a launcher, so I put the launcher in here so I can launch anytime I want. My mod organizer launcher will be in here as well. I'll be using that modding tool, and I'll show you in a moment what tool I'll be using. My mod tools will be in this folder. So anything that helps clean mods to launching mods to anything that involves affecting a mod in a way will be in the mod tools. My mods that I like to install, I will keep a backup in here. Okay, just the ESP file, or on the zip file, will be in here. My music, if I decide, because I like to have Skyrim Special Edition music, I usually put in here. Or maybe sound files I'll put in there as well. And of course, my backups. So the first thing that I would recommend you do when you first install Skyrim Special Edition is to copy this, your Skyrim launcher files, and throw them into your backup here. And the same with the data folder. Everything else doesn't really matter. That can be fixed with Steam. But these are really important. Also, I also recommend an external drive as well. I mostly use it for my launcher since I don't really care about the data folder as much. It's these exe files is what I don't want to lose. Since Skyrim intends to get updated once in a while, and Bethesda likes to break my game, I like to make sure that all my mods are where they're at, they need to be, and I have exe files for backup. So this allows me to do that when I have an external file. So I can just drag and drop them back in my data folder or my Skyrim Special Edition directory, and it's fine. Now, guys, heads up, this is my local drive. It is not the same as my storage drive. My Skyrim Special Edition is on my storage drive, and I set up my computer for that specifically. So when I install things, it's going to go to my storage, not my actual drive. This drive is designed for me to boot up my computer to make the process faster for me. And it's not as big as the other one, as you can see here. So I can't really keep as many mods and stuff. So all my mods and things are going to be in my storage drive. This is for basically these are for very special mods that I have a feeling that may get erased or deleted. I put on my external drive. Okay, and I will be putting the zip files on here as well. Not the actual file, just the zip file, because I don't want to take up too much memory. This is a 64 gigabyte, as you can see, file, which is fine with me. That should be plenty for my drive. If not, I'll usually upload it to my cloud as well, so I don't have to worry about backups or anything like that. Now, so now that I've shown you the backup setup that I have, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start downloading the mod manager. So there's 3 different types of mod managers you can choose from for your game. You have Nexus Mod Manager, which is pretty popular on the Nexus. For now, I'm promising you right now, as of this video, it will be out of date, or it will pretty much become out of date in the coming months. Vortex will be taking over shortly, and I have a feeling there will be a nice little icon saying install Vortex up here on this. And I will leave a link for this page below. I am going to be using Mod Organizer 2, since Mod Organizer 2 doesn't touch my data folder. When playing with mods, when you first started modding, you usually tend to touch your data folder, and most people seem to be okay with that because they know they have a backup and all that stuff. I do not like touching this. I like this being pure and clean and free, which we call vanilla. Vanilla, it's like vanilla ice cream. It's the plain old ice cream you normally would eat without any chocolate or Napolitano involved. So we keep this vanilla. Now, there will be times I will be showing you certain things I will be plugging into here. When I add the creation kit, it's going to affect this data folder. That's okay. I'm a modder. I'm going to be converting certain mods. And during this series, you will see me convert certain mods as we go along if it's not installed yet. Those conversions may actually become out of date as the authors update Skyrim Edition mods throughout the years or months. So, guys, just heads up, this video isn't going to be fully up to date when it's done, but it's going to give you an idea as a modder like myself, going from a 0 modding to full-on 100 over 100 plugins ready to go, ready to launch, and everything else like that. Now, the first thing I am going to do, and I'm actually going to put it in my data folder here, is called SSE Fixes. We're not going to download this. This is the very important fixes. Skyrim SE. This mod is very important. This mod fixes a very particular problem with Skyrim Special Edition. It is very important you download and use this mod. Now, before we use this mod, this is the test version for VR. I'm going to be using this one for Skyrim Special Edition. I need the DDL launcher, so we'll go over here and add a new one. We're going to download the loader first. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click Save. As it downloads, we'll go ahead and then we'll download this mod to our data folder. Don't mind me, I'm being stupid. I don't have the mod manager installed yet. And you're gonna. This is the thing about this. You're gonna see my see my dumbness completely not edited out in this. The only thing I'm gonna edit out is basically loading and processing parts, because that takes forever, and that can get tedious. And you shouldn't have to watch that. Okay, so I've got the 2 mods. Now these are tools. Okay, these are tools. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up our game thing. I'm gonna go to my SE. I'm gonna make sure it's in my mod tools. I'm dropping SSE Fixes in here. Okay. Okay, we're going to go click out of this. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just get this out of the way early. Let's go ahead and get SKS64. We're not going to install SSE64 right now, but we'll do it in a moment. Just so I can cover my bases. Let's get the crap part out of the way. I'm going to be using the latest version of SSE, which is the 7.0. This can go for anything later on. You're always going to find your SSE build under the original Skyrim Special Edition, Skyrim one. This is the old RAM. We want the new RAM. So here we go. Click and save that. These don't need to be here anymore. Oopsie, I'm being stupid. Undo. Okay, we got this. And SKSE we'll put in here. Okay. Now, this is pretty simple. We've got that ready to go. Now, what we're going to do now, okay, is we're going to install this mod into the folder. It's pretty simple. This is going to affect the data folder and the Skyrim directory, which you don't really want to touch. But for this particular, this is a patch you definitely want to do. And if you need to learn how to do it, you can open this up and it'll tell you exactly what you want to do. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm looking at the data folder. It's the usually try to look at the readmes if you can. It'll tell you what to do up here at the top. Rename the BDL to dash. Okay, so we're gonna take this one right here. We're gonna rename it. It's not gonna harm anything. All it's gonna do is just gonna do that, and that's it. You're done with that part. So, and then I'm just gonna go up here and I'm gonna go back to the okay, we're gonna grab this and we're gonna copy this over. I'm just gonna copy it. I'm not gonna nothing more than less. We're gonna drop it in here. Okay, now we've got our thing. Now we're gonna go to our data folder. You're gonna put in your DD, and this part's pretty simple. We're gonna go back here, and now we're gonna install the SSE Fixes. Okay. Extract files. All you do is just drag and drop this in here. It's that simple, okay? And as you see, the everything's ready to go. That's it. Okay, guys. Okay, go ahead and install this Sky folder to create the new one. Create a new file if it does not exist called log. Make sure extension says log, not text. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to go there. Okay. Start the game and then exit game. It's fine if you enter to the main menu. No need to load into the save game. Okay, so this part I'm going to cut off the video. I'll save this part and then I will load the I'm going to load the game real quick and then it should do its thing, okay? Alright, so we got our blink log. Make sure I got everything. We'll just delete this part. Okay. Let's make sure and I'm like, as you guys see through here, I'm double checking my work, make sure I did everything correctly. Yes, okay, I did that. Alright, now I'm gonna load the game. Alright guys, so all I'm going to do is just launch the game and just kind of hope this thing works. Alright, so my game crashed and I was wondering why. The nice thing about this series is you get to literally see my stupidity. I downloaded the wrong one. I downloaded 1.523 and I needed to download the 1.539. So this is the nice thing about this series is you're going to see me screw up terribly. So don't fully follow everything I do, okay? So just, yeah, just heads up on that. Yeah. I messed up pretty bad. I was going through my things like, what am I doing wrong? And I was like, oh, that's what I did wrong. So yes, you want to rename this one, here. And I need to go to SSE Fixes, so let's go to the DDL loader. Which is fine. It's just I need I screwed up with the SSE Fixes. It was over here, so let me go ahead and get the DD loader put back in. Okay, so I'm just going to drag and drop this sucker here. And then we're going to do here and delete this. And we're going to go and add. Because I added the older version of this, so we don't need this anymore. go to Eclipse, I need that. Okay, we're going to go to here. Sorry about that. Delete empty my recycle bin. No, not undo, you idiot. I'm being really dumb right now. My computer's just clicking buttons. Ugh, goodness gracious. Alright, so let's do this again. We're going to go here. Mod Tools. Get rid of this SSE Fixes. Open up Downloads. Drop it into here. Take this, go to our Skyrim directory. Copy this. Back. Put it in here. Data folder. Awesome. Now we're getting where we need to go. Okay. We're going to go here, zip this. Click OK. And then we're going to, now it's in our data folder, just drag and drop this one. This is the correct one. Hold on, let me get rid of this one. Delete. This is the correct one. Okay, now we're going to load our game, and it should work just fine. Got everything we need. Yep, you got the right version. We're using the updated version, so always make sure that your SSE Fixes is the right version. This is the older version for the 6.0 version. This is the newest version. This is the one I needed, because this is the one I'm using. So let's just go ahead and make sure that everything's right where it needs to be. Cool, cool. Now we'll launch the game. Alright guys, so I just loaded the game. All I had to do with the SSE Fixes was just kind of load it up here. And all I gotta do now is just back out and we're good to go. It didn't crash this time, so apparently I did it right. Yay! Okay, so I got SSE Fixes working, which is great. Got rid of this stuff, got rid of this one. Downloads is good. Now let's go back to our game storage file thingamajiggy. So we got the SSE Fixes working the way it's supposed to. Good, good. The log didn't show up, but that doesn't matter. I mean, that only matters if there's actually a problem going on with more mods. We got the DDO files in. This is definitely the right version. You can always check to see what's going on with this version. It'll tell you right there, you know, all that good fun stuff. And you'll know if you get the right version on, because it'll crash. Like you saw earlier, like my game had crashed, so I had to reset it back up. I had the wrong log. So this is the right one, which is good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back out of here. Get out of these. Make sure you endorse too, guys. I always endorse my stuff, or at least I try to. Unless you're first downloading something, you know. So the mod manager we're going to choose today is going to be Mod Organizer 2. So we'll download this. Now I can do the installer version, or I can do the portable standalone. The standalone is pretty much just like really freaking easy to do. So I'll just do this one. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It just depends on what you want to do, you know. I'm just going to do this one. Give it a minute. I will skip ahead. This takes a minute to actually load. While it's downloading, actually, I'm going to go ahead and clean up my files. So this is what I do. So, like, once my mod tools are done, I no longer need, like, I just need the zip files. I don't need this shit. So these can go away, and then this can go away, because this is the right one. Alright, so this is good to go. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm being stupid again. Let's go ahead and open up the file. You're going to see me clicking back and forth a lot during this thing, so just like heads up. I'm going to try to go slow for you, but like I said, there's no guarantees on that, because this is an experience of you seeing me mod. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, so extract file. Alright, once that's there, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually add this to my launcher. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to open up this file here, and I'm going to go back here. I'm going to put Mod Organizer next to my launcher. Does that make sense? This is the portable version. So I like the portable version. It's already set up for you, and all I got to do is just organize it like this. And I'll do portable. Click on this, and no. Now what I'm going to do is go up here. I'm going to add in my Nexus login, so I can just download mods directly. Alright guys, I'm going to skip ahead of this part, because this is my my Thunderdome. Alright everyone, so now that we get that out of the way, what I just did was basically make it so that way I can download mods straight to my download folder here for Steam, for Mod Organizer 2. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get SSEEdit. I bet you're thinking, oh, you're going to get it from here. Actually, I want the newest latest version because it handles BSL files. So click here and release. And then I'm just going to download this one. This one allows for the BSL files. So I will leave a link in the description down below. And I'm also going to be updating my videos recently for SSEEdit for this as well. Just not today. Okay, so that's there in my download folder. And then we're also going to go do loot as well. So we'll go loot. Do the manual thing. Click OK. That's going to take a minute to download. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and we'll go to downloads. So let's go here, open up our tool file. Drag this and drop over here. Open this up. Extract files. Click OK. Now guys, there is a very specific mod I like to add in just in case so I don't forget to do it. Skyrim SE water fix script. It's this one right here. I actually really highly recommend, I think this is the one, right? Nope, that's not it. So utilities. It's not this one, it's a different one. Filter all that stuff. I know it's, there it is. This is the one I use. So the reason I add this in is because sometimes mod authors forget to do the water thing with their mods, so I'd rather just do it myself and not give a crap. And I can just download this script and do what I need to do. So click that, I'll click OK. It won't take too long to download that either. Okay, so we're going to add in, I'm going to open this up, take these two, we're going to put them in our mod tools. Okay. The water script's really important. It may not be to you, but it really is to me. It's just more of a personal thing. Because I don't like broken water. So all I do is just grab these two and I just copy and paste them. Or just drag and drop them in here. That's it. We're done. It's literally that simple. It's strange how that works. Water mods, and I can just leave the water fixes right here, and in case I ever need it again. And that's it for the SSE. So I go back to Mod Organizer 2. I go to Edit. I put in SSEEdit. See, hold on. And I go to the binary, my desktop, my games, Skyrim SE, my mod tools, and I grab this. Boom. Click add, and there we go. It's here. Now I can add this to my desktop if I want, which is cool, or the bar. It doesn't matter. I usually prefer, it doesn't really matter. I usually just like the launch, and if I'm going to go here, I just go to here and I go, change the icon so I know what it looks like. Boom. Desktop. Games. That's it. Okay, so now we want to add in loot. So the cool thing is I can have this open, I can add in loot if I want. And when I do loot, I usually go like, I'll unzip it. I'll load loot here. Now, guys, I have a separate drive for this, so I'm gonna put loot in my storage drive, not my actual local drive. I'm gonna go over here and I literally like usually it'll be E. I'll just put loot in this as D. Okay, and then I'll click next. So it's in my D drive. I want it in my storage drive. If you're just doing a normal local drive, just click next. It's not a big deal. I mean, either way, it's still gonna work, you know. Now, the cool part about Mod Organizer 2 is you can't refresh it to make it work with in here. Mod Organizer 2 actually will detect loot. So as you guys see in loot, it already notices that my updated ESMs and all my ESM files are dirty. We're gonna have to clean these, and I'm gonna show you how I do that in here. Like, so this is literally a zero to hero experience. Like, you're going from like not knowing what to do to this. I'm also going to timestamp this stuff before we end this, and it's more of for my creation kit stuff, and I'll show you why later, why I timestamped it. Let's get out of here. All right, so let's exit out of Mod Organizer 2. Let's go to our games. Let's go to Skyrim SSE mod launcher. Now, guys, in the file tree, you want to make it a little more simple. Just drag and drop this over to your favorites, and you can always get to your Mod Organizer anytime you load up your files, which is down here. You can use this for Windows 10, Windows 7, doesn't really matter, or Windows 8. I'm using Windows 8, so... And you just load up your Mod Organizer like this. Yeah. Okay. Of course it should be set up for my links. Yeah, it is. Yep. Okay. And as you see, it detected loot automatically. It will also detect Sk C64. Okay, and it'll detect that as well once you install this. As of right now, we're not going to touch this because I don't want to install this until I install SkyUI. It's just more organizational factor. Let's empty this out. I'm pretty clean. I've gotten into like being a clean freak for you guys. All right, so we have these. Now let's clean them. This is the process that stinks. So we're gonna go this. We're gonna do toolbar. Click none. Update. Click OK. It says finished. Right click it. Apply for cleaning. We gotta clean the. You gotta clean the file. Okay, so now we're going to just right-click it again, remove identical masters. And then, of course, I want to undelete and disable references. Click Exit, click OK. Now, in Mod Organizer 2, you're going to have your plugins and stuff. Now, did you notice the update is still there, but it's disappeared over here? That's because it's in your override folder. This has also disappeared from your data folder as well. So let's go here. We'll go to our Skyrim directory, and I put it in my data folder here. It's now missing. It's not there. See? There's no more update ESM. It's in Mod Organizer now. We want to put it back. So, and I'll show you what to do in a minute. So let's just go ahead and do this with create update, and I'll do an update cleaning patch, clean patch, and I go boom. Okay. So, next we're going to go to SSEEdit. Not selected. Click Dawnguard. Click OK. And guys, this stuff is tedious. It really is. But I mean, this stuff is so important. You have to do it. Like, if you don't clean it, you're going to cause problems for yourself later down the road. Always clean your ESM files, because you know Bethesda didn't. Apply for cleaning. Okay, once it's done loading, I just go ahead and I go to remove identical masters. Yes. I go here and I go to undelete references. Click out of here. Click OK. I know for a fact in the override folder, create this. Don guard clean patch. Okay, next is hard fire. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and apply for cleaning again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click Remove Identical Masters. And click Undelete References. 5. Click Exit. Click OK. Create mod. We're going to go Hearth Fire Clean Patch. Boom. Okay, awesome. Last but not least, Dragonborn. Select None. Click OK. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply a clean filter. Remove Identical Masters. As you can see, this stuff is tedious, guys. This stuff's annoying. But you got to do it. You got to do it. Undelete and disable references. Click OK. Come over here, right click it. Dragonborn Clean Patch. Alright, now you think you were done, right? Okay, we got everything we need. We have the patches, everything's ready. Except there's just one problem. Let's go to the data folder and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So, you're thinking, okay, everything's good to go. Let's go to our Skyrim directory. And let's go to our data folder. Do you see the ESM files in here at all? The answer is absolutely not. They are not here at all. So, what we want to do, in conjunction, okay, with this, is we want to go and we want to take the files that are in here we just cleaned. And these are the patches we just cleaned. So these are the files that are clean. These are the alt ESMs. You still want your vanilla ones in here, even though they're dirty. So there's two ways to do this. You can take the new ones, and you can go to your mods. You go to each clean patch, and you can literally copy, like this file, literally copy it, and then drag and drop it into the data folder. So let's go here. Okay, so you can just take the clean one, and you can just go, boom. Or you can leave the old one, which is what I'd usually do. Use your backup, you know, and then... Or you do is you can do what I do. I like to go to my backup. Because I don't want to take the chance. I don't know, I'm weird like this. This is just me being me. I go to my backup, I go to my data folder, and I'll copy all these. So I'll go... And I'll scroll down here, and I'll go to the last one. And I'll copy these. And I'll just drag from my backup into here. And that's it. And all I got to do is just... So what you do next is what I always make sure I do. Because I open up Steam again. I go to my library. And I will just verify. I'll right-click this and I will verify properties. To make sure that it is working properly the way it's supposed to. So I'll go to local files and I'll just verify it. I'll skip ahead because this does take a minute. Oh my god, that took forever. Okay, so what this did was it said it failed on one of the files. That's fine. So I just click close, and what it ends up doing is it ends up like fixing itself. So I just do this. Make sure this will basically set it back up, and then it'll go okay. Okay. So now it detects your video hardware. Do ultra, and I can check my options too. Make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to. My graphics are on ultra. I have my everything here set up. Okay. Click off, and then I will leave this here. So everything's where it's supposed to be. I have all my files. This is the only thing that was off, so no big deal. But everything else is working properly, and all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and click refresh. And as you guys can see, everything's there. Now I'm going to do priority, so let's go here. My priority, I'm going to put Dawn Guard above Heartfire. Patch is going to be underneath it. Patch underneath Heartfire, and this is the way it should look. Everything that loads in your game is going to go from north to south on this, so top to bottom. Okay, whatever goes bottom will load is what the game will load. Okay. So guys, that's pretty much this tutorial. Now, real quick, I do want to show you. I'm going to timestamp this stuff, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is, this is what I'm going to do, guys. I will leave a link in the description down below for this. This is just in case you want to, honestly, if you're going to use a creation kit, you're going to have to timestamp these. Like, there's no way around it. You have to timestamp this crap. Because this is a pain in the ass with these, man. One more thing, too, before we go, is to make sure that everything's clean and working properly, just load loop back up, and it'll show you that your ESMs are clean and ready to go. So, as you can see, everything looks pretty. Click exit. Now this tool I'm about to download is for creation kit stuff. So I'm going to do it for this one though. So click OK, save. This is going to go in my modding tools. I am definitely going to timestamp this stuff here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Timestamp in there. Any tool or any tool I've got, guys, I will leave in the description. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you just want to check those out. Okay. I'm gonna timestamp my my ASM files so that way they work properly in the creation. They work properly in the creation kit when I upload it. Okay, we're gonna go here. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna look for our Pacific file. Desktop. We're going to go to D file. So we're going to go to D file. We're going to go to Steam. We're going to go through Steam apps. Common, Skyrim Special Edition, the data folder, and we're going to find the update ESM. We're going to find Dawn Guard. I'm going to look at my file here. So we're going to put this one on the 13th. So Dawn Guard needs to come first. So we're going to do the Dawn Guard creation kit. We're going to do 13th. Okay, and we're going to set time. Okay, this one we're going to click on here. We're going to go 14th. And then we're going to do Dragonborn on the 15th. Okay. And that's usually just what you need to do. Just like go 3 days back and then like this one goes first, second, and then third. Make sure you don't mess that up, okay? And it's just so it loads correctly in the creation kit when I download it. But we're going to do that in a different video. But I'd rather timestamp it right now just to get it out of the way. Okay, so these are now been timestamped properly. And then if you ever screw it up, you can always go back and re-timestamp them. No big deal. Okay. So we've gone ahead and we've done that. Looks awesome. Click out of here. All right. So we've gone ahead and we timestamped our files so that way they load properly in the Creation Club. Or what I also recommend doing, so let's see, Skyrim Special Edition came out a couple years ago, like a year ago. So what you would want to do is like put, so let's go ahead and timestamp them again just to make sure everything's working properly. Let's go to launcher. Because most mods might actually be timestamped differently and might load before them, so we want to make sure that doesn't happen. So let's go to timestamp. Let's go back to the D drive, back to Steam. April. Let's go back to 2016. We'll do April of 2016. We'll do we'll start on a Monday. So here, Monday of April 2016. And I'll put the time here. Okay, and we're going to go Monday. Here and here. Okay, awesome. We'll just timestamp it. Ongar gets timestamped. Okay. So now we're going to do the 12th for these two. Heartfire. Timestamp. And then Dragonborn. The 13th. This is stuff that I do for myself. I'm a modder, so it's for the creation kit. And we're going to timestamp this one. All right, awesome. There we go. Everything's been good. Everything's been timestamped the way I want it to. This should work pretty well. And when I upload the creation kit, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like when you look at it, it'll be like in order. It'll be in the nice order once I install the creation kit, but it won't be anytime soon. It'll be the next video. All right, guys. So now that that's out of the way, let's install SSE64. And we'll download SkyUI. So let's do SkyUI real quick. And that'll be our last part for this video. Skyrim. Let's see. Ba-boom! And all I want to do is just download it, like I normally would, to my manager. Ba-boom. Click open. And as you can see, it's downloading it to my manager. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the Sk C64. Zip file, strat file here. Okay, I screwed up. I screwed up big time. Okay, so we've got the Sk C64. Okay, here's my latest version. We're going to open this up. Go to open. Just pick any random one. It doesn't matter. We're going to drag and drop these like we normally would. Okay, it's being stupid. drag and drop like you normally would. Okay, so now why do I not want to have this file? This is the source code. It will crash your stuff, so just delete that. What I want now is the data folder, so I literally just pull this out, drop it over here, and then I can just delete this. And all I want is the scripts, so I'll just rename this one scripts. So I'll rename it. It looks like Mojo Jojo wrote this. And I'll just right click it like I normally would, and I'll zip it. And I will install that up here from my desktop, scripts zip file, and come down here, add scripts, set as directory, and we're good to go. And my SK64 scripts are now installed. And I can leave those right here if I want. And I'll just install SkyUI. Make sure it's this 3. I want to make sure I know that my current version, so I like to go down here and make sure I have it. Everything looks pretty, and click OK. Go to my unchecks, and there we go. Now, the first thing I am going to do here, though, is I want to make sure that these are all in the right place. So I'm also going to go to my categories and mod organizer, and I'm going to go under patches. UI. So I'll just put this one under and then I'll put under utility. Huh. Interesting. I didn't see it do that before. I like that. This is going to go under bugs and patches. Nope. Let's put under utility. I'll just do primary. Under utility. Click here, put it under utility. Patches. This is going to be under patches, or utility, and then patches. Now SkyUI is under the yeah, it's already there, so we're going to go on that. And then SKSE64 scripts, we're going to add that to utility. Okay. So now, if I ever need to find my stuff, I know where to go. It's under bug fixes. UI is there. Okay, so we've basically covered pretty much the basics of this. One more mod I want to install before we head out, and this usually takes a while to install, is Skyrim. The unofficial patch, which is what we want. This usually takes a while to install. This is one I definitely recommend installing. Next, guys. Just, go ahead and download it and do your thing. It will take a moment to download. It takes forever. But you definitely want to install this for sure. I highly recommend it. It just fixes so many bugs. It really does. It's really handy. And some cool things about this too, if you want to check your groups, categories, you can check under patches. You can organize your mods this way as well. And but I usually go no categories. Okay. And this, like I said, this is just standard practice. Now with this here, I have SKC64 installed. The cool thing about Mod Organizer 2 is it actually will pick up your SK64 in your inside of your Skyrim directory. So let's get out of here. More thing. I also like to clean up my stuff, so let's get rid of these. Go to here, and then let's get rid of this. All right, awesome. So let's go to here. I got everything I needed here. Okay. I don't know with Mod Organizer 2, you no longer have to like go into the executable and like add it in. It'll literally pick itself up for you, which is pretty sweet. So, and I'll show you that right now. Like, I'll exit this. Yeah, who cares? Like, it'll load back up. No big deal. So I'll go here. Mod Organizer 2. Load it up. And there we have it. SKSE has been installed. Toolbar and then desktop. And we'll change the icon real quick to your mama. Stupid thing. To this one. Click OK. Click OK. Click Apply and click OK. Cool. Let's go ahead and just double click that. It'll go back to loading up. So guys, as you can see, I have my SK64. You can launch it from here or from the desktop, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Okay. These are launchers. So what I want to do is I don't actually want them on my desktop. I'm going to put the launchers where the launchers should be. Okay, these are even if they're tools. So we're going to put tool launchers. Open these up, and I'm going to grab these two, drag them in here, and then this one I'm going to put here because it's SKSE, and that's it. Okay. Now, if you want to, this is just in case I don't like to load it from my desktop. Actually, I prefer actually taking the time out of my day and like literally just loading up it from Mod Organizer, because I'm always inside of it, so I might as well just load it from here. But this is what I do to keep my stuff organized. So I know my tools are in here. It's a launcher, so if I want to go in there, I can just go in there and launch my tools. You don't have to do this. This is just what I do. Okay, so there's that. Once this is finished up, I'm just going to show you where I'm going to put that sucker, and we're done. I'll load ahead of time for this. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much my setup and everything I've done so far. We've got SSE Fixes installed. We have the... oh, and there's one more thing I forgot to mention. Achievements as well is very, very important. And if you ever want to check out mod categories on the Nexus, you should be able to just go here and go to categories. And you can check out our utilities. Go all the way down to here to utilities. And you want to download the Achievement Mods Enabler. It's actually an SK64 plugin now, so all you got to do is just download it. I think it's been fully updated, so hopefully it is. We'll download this one. We'll do the SK64 one. You know. Hopefully it's working the way it's supposed to. We'll find out once we upload it. Make sure you check. Make sure the author case has been updated. Make sure you're working properly. So that mod. So these we're gonna install this one. Okay, this has an ESP file and all that stuff. It has a texture file, so we'll just go ahead and click OK. Looks good. Let that load, and then we're going to do the achievement one as well. This is the 64 version. This one's probably the easiest one that you could do, is because like all you got to do is install this mod, and you're done. Like your achievements, or you can activate them anytime you want. Click this here, and I'm just going to take this and put up here. Okay. Add this in. Click manual. Set directory. And like literally, it's that simple. It's literally that simple. Like you're done. You're literally done. Put that one next to K64. Okay. And because it doesn't have an ESP file, it shouldn't really matter. And all you do is you just see what it does. It does tables and all that stuff. So click OK. Click close. All right, guys, that's it. So that's it for this video. I hope you and I'll just make sure I fix that. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing our zero to hero function. I have no idea what's going on. Alright, so that's just me being stupid. As you guys can see, I'm an experienced modder and I run into this crap all the time. Like, you saw like the bad stuff happen. Like, it's not perfect at all. So let's load this real quick, see what happens. It's loading. So, as you guys can see, everything's kind of just set up the way I want it. I pretty much can just start now. There's a few more things I'm going to start doing, like body slide and all that. And we'll do that in the next video. We pretty much got all the basics out of the way. We got the timestamp for the creation kit out of the way. We've got the... we pretty much got everything we needed to do to set our game up to actually just start downloading mods and popping them in and out like water. There's a few more things like to make it even more impactful. And next we're going to start is where we're going to start our mods, how we're going to start our modding. Like where you're going to start your game, where you're going to start your modding setup. You're going to do either vanilla game or you can do your normal game like you would normally do. And we're going to go over that in the next episode, okay? Alright guys, if you guys like this video, please go ahead, like and share with your friends. If you guys like my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit that little bell on the side of the subscription button. That'll make sure you get my videos that I upload every week. You get to view them. And once again, guys, my name's Tony Wale. Thank you so much for the click and experiencing this with me. I'm enjoying it so far, and I will see you next time.